Guys, I love my impression of Druid.
What do you mean?
What's today's episode about, boys?
We're talking about Eternals.
You see? Wasn't that great? Yeah?
Sure, yeah.
Yeah.
Hey, what's up, everyone?
I'm Ranuma.
I'm Iz.
And I'm Leo.
And welcome to the Aren't I podcast. What's up,
Welcome,
guys?
y'all. What's up, everybody?
Hey.
How's everyone doing? I hope everybody's doing great.
Just woke up.
Standing,
Yeah.
yeah, just standing around.
Yeah.
Nice.
You look so angry at me.
Me?
Yeah, I said, I was like, I just woke up. You're like,
That's just my natural
How dare you?
position in my face.
Dang.
Today we are talking about the Eternals.
yes, we are. It's
People
exciting.
who apparently live forever. Hence the name.
Right?
But it is directed by Chloe Zhao, and she's also one of the writers, including Ryan Frippo. I might mess up his name. And then we have wonderful actors and actresses. We have Selma Hayek,
Yep.
Angelina Jolie, and Kit Harington, and some others as well.
Jon Snow.
I'd like
Jon
to do
Snow.
an honorable mention of Don Lee, a.k.a. Ma Dong-suk. I'm a huge fan of his, so
Oh,
yeah.
gotta throw that in there, huh?
Yeah, I had to. There's no other way.
Why not?
Exactly.
So, this movie is all about how these beings, these Eternals, right? They come to Earth and they are protecting Earth from these other beings called the Deviants.
Yeah.
I mean, it's such an obvious name that they're the bad guys,
Yeah.
Right. Exactly. Maybe they were just given that name. You know?
right? I mean, it's kind of messed up.
Yeah.
But so, like, deviants are these super monsters that can pretty much hunt human and eat them, and pretty much are just killing them all over the place and whatnot. So they were sent to Earth in order to protect the human race from going extinct, and also leads to them also helping them in technological advances in their lives. So that's pretty cool. There's some funny parts in there about like some technologies. It's like, whoa, it was pretty hilarious. I was laughing.
I know.
Those were some funny parts. But
sure.
yeah, I mean, so let's see. What I guess had a brain fire.
No worries. When you're talking about the Deviants and the Eternals, they were both all sent for one reason, and that was to, I guess, to not replenish, but to help Earth grow into a sustainable living place, like a civilization. Something.
Yeah. It's
And it
definitely.
was just supposed to help that.
Yeah.
Spoilers coming in.
Spoilers,
huge
lots
now,
of spoilers.
coming
Yeah,
in now. So
definitely.
basically, the Deviants were ultimately there to kill the dinosaurs in a sense. They were the asteroid. Just want to say that.
Pretty much.
They were the asteroids.
Yeah.
And yeah, I have a lot to actually talk about the Deviants, but we'll get into that later on in the show. But yeah, no, it was interesting to see what the Deviants were there for in the first place. Oh,
Yeah.
how they get there? They just run up on the Earth. It's like, yo, let's go here. It's just nothing but lizards up here.
Yeah, that was that's a good question.
Yeah.
No, it's funny that you say that. Like, the Eternals has been there since the beginning of time. Now, if you take a look at the credit scene, the opening scene, how that has that little Star Wars looking intro, they did say in the beginning. Now, when was the last time? I'm not trying to be super religious or anything, but I think you all know this. The Book of Genesis in the Bible, in the beginning.
Yeah.
So obviously, Eternals has been there since the creation of time.
Yeah.
So
Well, at least humans anyway. For
Yeah.
humans. Yeah.
for in this universe.
Right. Yeah.
So I thought that was pretty cool.
Yeah, definitely. I mean, I think the what was the date that was on there? Like, what was it? Like 53,000 BC or something like that, or even more. No,
It was like
Mesopotamia.
no, it's even before that.
No, that's where it started.
Oh, when
they were already there.
Yeah. But that
Mesopotamia.
was pretty. I was like, dang, they really are.
They said 7,000 years later on when they gave them the present day.
Yeah, I think.
But I was
that
just
might-
like,
Dang.
but I didn't know Mesopotamia was 7,000.
I
I
didn't
thought
know.
that was a million. Or
I thought it
something
was
years
too. Guess
Like,
No.
dinosaurs.
Seven,
you
seven,
know?
about because I mean, let's see, if we're in the year 2000 AD, right? And yeah, no,
well, yeah, they
I
started.
can see,
in
I can see
Yeah.
7,000 years. Yeah, that seems like the right amount of time for Mesopotamia to be the conquering nation
Yeah.
at the time.
Because they were.
They were pretty
They were
advanced.
already humans on Earth when they got there.
Yeah,
So yeah, that was cool. Okay,
but they
so
were
that makes sense.
very like primitive. Not I
Yeah.
wouldn't say they were like cavemen.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Right,
totally.
but they were definitely like super
Like you
rock,
said.
still rock and stick kind of hunter gatherer kind of people.
Yeah,
Right.
Remember when in the movie Festus he had like a whole steam machine going on in the what was it, the doom or the boom or the doom?
The Doom.
The Dune. Yeah.
Yeah, so he made it. He's like, yeah, this is the steam machine. He's like, yo, they just made the wheel like a couple years
Yeah.
ago.
I thought that was that scene really was. I really enjoyed it because it's like, can you have imagined if they did introduce like steam engine at that time? Like how much more advanced we would be today.
Oh yeah,
We'll be
If-
flying.
Right.
maybe we would be advanced, or there'd be not a lot of us here.
That's true. We
We'll
could
be
have
like
destroyed ourselves
We
a
could've
long
destroyed
time ago.
ourselves.
we'll be like holograms, talking to each other.
Yeah,
That's
like
true.
like in Avengers. You know?
Yeah.
And then they're like, "Whoa, that's too advanced." Like you said, it's like, oh, they just kind of discovered the wheel like literally a few years ago. It's like
Right.
this is too advanced for them. It's like, fine, I got this. The plow.
The plow. Yeah. He's like,
It does what it's called.
he was
it,
like,
it plows.
ladies and
like,
gentlemen, the
fine,
plow.
I get
Okay.
That was so great. And which is I find to be kind of interesting, right? Because if you really think about it, like from a anthropological point of view, the plow was a huge technological
Invention,
advancement
yeah.
for humans, right? Because then now they can grow their own crops in. They don't have to keep going around. Keep going around and gathering food from trees that are in season. Now they can just do it in their own backyards,
Exactly.
right? So I mean,
Exactly.
for them it might have been like it's just a freaking plow. It's just a wood
Right.
piece and then maybe a rock or a steel piece and
Yeah.
and you just
He's like
drag it around the grass.
Basically, what he was doing is
Call it
like
a day.
how, like today we have app games where you can like build stuff, and he wanted to build stuff so where you can have a lower cooldown system.
Yeah.
And then he's all like, the plow has a high cooldown system where it's gonna be like, oh yeah, you want to build this this little crop field. It's gonna take maybe 10 minutes with the steamer.
Right.
But with the plow, it's gonna take about a day and a half.
Oh man.
And you also kind of need like a mule or something,
Yeah.
some kind of
That
animal
would
Basically.
help.
to pull.
However, you could do it human wise, which I wouldn't, which would take even longer.
Right. Yeah, I
So-
thought that was pretty interesting. That was probably one of the funniest moments for me in the movie.
Yeah, no, there were a ton.
There were
Yeah.
quite a few.
Yeah. But I mean, like, going back to the beginning of the film, you see them in, like, I guess Babylon, and they're, I guess that's where their home was when they're all together, and you see Athena go crazy or whatever, right? And I'm just like, okay, so random. Like, okay, so like they did Selma, they did Angelina Jolie. So just like they don't really like, they're like, I don't know, because they're such high caliber actresses already,
Uh-huh.
Yeah.
and they it's like they debuff them in a sense.
Yeah.
Like, first of all, Selma Hayek's character, Ajak, I think her name is.
Ajak, yeah.
Yeah. She was like, apparently she was gone. You know what I mean? She was like, she wasn't alive in the film, and like throughout all the trailer, she was.
Yeah.
And then Athena was seen in the trailer with that deviant looking monster dude.
Oh yeah.
And
where
I
you,
thought she was
like-
already fighting,
Yeah.
people like that.
I thought in the trailer,
Yeah.
I thought they were like lovers or something. Like
Oh.
because the way they were like holding each other, I was like, oh, is this like a romantic scene? But when you're watching the movie, you're like, this seems very.
Yeah, it's like-
how are they gonna fall in love? This doesn't make
dark.
sense.
Where's the rom-com that I was promised? That's basically what it is, right?
Right.
Yeah, no. So like, they dwarfed her character because she was, I guess, mad weary, or so that's what she had, right? The mad weary.
Yeah.
And And instantly, I'm just like, wait, she already has issues? I was just like, what's going on? I was just like,
She's broken.
It just started. Like, I mean, we all know that she's strong. Gilgamesh is strong. He's so strong, he can slap these deviants. You know what I'm saying?
With the
and
flick.
what's funny about that is that Don Lee or Ma Dong-suk, that's his iconic slap. If you've watched any of his movies like The Gangster, The Cop, and The Devil, or if you watch Train to Busan, he slaps them often. He slaps his enemies often.
It's like,
Yeah, there was this one movie where he goes to these, I guess these dudes in their young 20s. It's a movie, or it's a show called Bad Guys. It's on Netflix, I believe, and he slaps this guy, and he's like, "Oh, what's going on?" But these guys are like traffickers. They traffic young women. And then he himself is a criminal, but he just slaps all these bad guys, and then he's all like, "I can't kill you, so I'll kill half of you," and he breaks his back, making him paralyzed on the waist down.
oh jeez.
And I'm just like, yo. So
Dang.
when they put him as Gilgamesh, I was just like, oh, it's done. It's done. It's done.
Yeah, I liked his character a lot.
Yeah, and they dwarfed his character. I was just like, no. But then again, he was still strong, even though he was kind of dwarfed. I was actually really surprised at how much lines he had. He had tons of lines.
Yeah.
And I'm just like, and I forget that actually he lived in, I believe, Cincinnati for, I think, like 10 years. He was like he was a trainer, you know.
Oh, okay.
Back then. I was just like, oh snap, because he did a couple of other films out in Korea where he just moved back, and I believe that was around the time he moved back from the U.S.
Right.
So yeah. So Gilgamesh's character really did set the tone for where Athena was, because there was only one other person that could, you know, I guess, contain her, and that was Gilgamesh. Like, did you see when she started attacking everybody, and then all he did was just like punch her back, and she was just like out. I was just like, dang, bruh.
He's like, I told you.
Yeah. And that's why, like, later on in the movie, you just see like Icarus is, or not Icarus, Sprite's like, Icarus, you're the strongest. And I was like, no, he isn't. And then I'm looking at the situation, I was like, wait. Athena's out of her mind, and Gilgamesh isn't there. I was like, okay, maybe he is the strongest. Okay.
At the time, yes.
I was just like, he was lucky. He was lucky. You know, I was like, Icarus was lucky. And then, yeah, so, you know, just seeing all the characters and how they kind of interact with each other and how they actually will help the situation in the future. I kind of kept seeing that throughout the show. Like, if Gilgamesh and Athena was out of the picture, it'll be hard for the other guys to go up against a celestial. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
But then, of course, Gemma-chan - Wahila. Oh, jeez. Jeez. She was awesome. I want to play Dane
I think
Whitman.
he's talking about Cersei.
Yeah, I'm definitely talking about Cersei. Sorry. Ooh, back to the show. Movie. Yeah. Was there anything you guys thought of, like, with characters that, I guess, in the beginning, like, their development? Was there anything different other than, like, you know, I don't know. Kingo was dope.
Kingo.
He's
Yeah.
like, I directed
Oh
some
man.
stuff. Like what?
He's pretty interesting. Obviously, he has like this not an obsession over Captain America, but he if you notice that when he was doing the production, Easter egg, I guess, in the back you can see the guys with the shields. I don't know if you guys saw that.
I did not see that.
Yeah, I think there was like 2 or 3 guys that had the Captain America shields in the background. And then what he was wearing was also the colors and the design of his actual suit, which, I mean, because I think it's what he knows, you know.
Oh. I thought it was his actual suit.
No, it was like the Bollywood or Hollywood kind of suit, you know.
Right.
But even in his private jet plane, you probably caught it, but Captain America's old shield was, you know, hanging up there too.
No.
Oh, the clear one.
Not the clear. It was the, you know how it has the 3 stars and then the stripes. It was Steve Rogers' first shield when he became Captain America. So it was hanging in his private jet. So
I did not catch that.
No,
I didn't catch that.
So it's
was it his or was it?
I quit this job.
US,
Goodbye, everybody.
the U.S. agent. I thought it was his shield now, but that makes sense that Kingo has it.
Well,
Did you say
The
said,
U.S. agent.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
I kept hearing U.S. Asian, and I'm like, who in the world is that?
Yeah, no, my bad. U.S. agent.
U.S. agent.
Yeah.
But you also got to remember that the stuff that you see in the museums, they're not like, it may not be the actual item.
Oh, that's right.
You know, it could be
Yeah.
just be like the
Souvenir
replica.
style.
You know,
Yeah, replicas. Yeah, there you
and
go.
the ones that are super wealthy, like Kingo, actually has the actual item.
Right.
You know, because Captain, was it Falcon and Winter Soldier?
Mm-hmm.
You know how they ended their season with them. Of course, he's Captain America now, but there's a replica of the shield with Captain America's jumpsuit and everything.
Mm-hmm.
What if it's not the actual one?
That's true.
You know.
Are you
So-
saying that he stole it? No, I'm just
Well, maybe not the circular one, but like the primitive kind, the initial
Oh, you mean the
shield.
one made
He
of
probably
like
had
iron
it.
and stuff?
the one that's
You
not
know?
made out of
Vibranium.
Vibranium.
Vibarium?
You know,
Vibarium.
and plus the Eternals, plus Kingo has been there for like a while, so he probably was witnessing the whole thing and like, oh yeah, I'm just gonna go ahead and take it, and you know,
Only about 10,000 so years.
something like that. So,
If not, no, longer than that. Longer than that.
yeah.
He's been there for so long.
So that after that was pretty cool.
So, Kingo was like the richest dude. Like, you know, it was really funny to see. However, even though he was rich, he didn't really showcase his money.
No,
No, he didn't.
However, what I did love about Kingo was his valet, Karun.
Oh,
I was just gonna say,
he
Kurun's
busts
Kurun.
out like camera after camera after
How many
camera.
do you have of those?
I'm like,
you have to come
man.
prepared.
Remember when he did that shot underneath or when Kingo did the shot underneath it?
Boom.
He's like, "Did you get that?
Did you get that?"
Yes, I did, sir. I did get it, sir. I was just like,
Oh, the
dude's
gut
dope.
spilling and
Okay,
stuff.
but let's. I mean, Kurun is probably like the most bad motherfucker out there, right? Because he's human,
Yeah.
right? He's human, and here he is with the Eternals and the Deviants, and he's just like filming like. Okay, I got you, sir. Don't worry. Like at any moment, he could probably die, just like anybody else.
Yeah.
Right.
But he's stuck in
but
there.
He's loyal to the end. You know.
He's stuck in there.
Yeah. I loved his character. I thought his character was great. When they first meet him, and Kingo goes and says. He thought when we first met, he thought I was a vampire, and he staked me in the heart. It's like I have apologized many times to it. It's like how many more? How many more times do I have to apologize? He's like, don't worry, when you're close, but when you get there, I'll let you know. I'm like, thanks.
What was also funny about his character is every Eternal that gets to meet him is like, can we talk about this with him? Yeah. He knows everything, and everybody like slowly he learns that everybody learns about him, and they're like, okay.
Yeah.
Like he had breakfast with them.
Yeah.
I was just like, I guess that's cool. I mean, I was like, that dude has the best job ever in this movie is to be the friends of Eternals.
Right.
Oh man.
Yeah.
You mentioned breakfast. Did you? What Kingo was drinking?
Oh yeah.
I was thinking about that.
His,
Kingo was just talking. I was like, he spits it out. I was like,
he's
said
great.
so-
Yeah, you can make it into a business.
Well, so for context, right? It's like they go to see Gilgamesh and
Athena.
Yeah.
Athena, right? I always want to say Athena,
I
but
know.
it's just
Athena.
drop the
Drop
A.
the A.
Yeah.
Athena, right? And they're having their breakfast or whatever, and so Kingo is like, oh man, this is really great, like wine, right?
Yeah.
And he's like, yeah. And then Gilgamesh goes, yeah, I ferment it with my spit. And he goes, I was dying. I was like, these characters are too funny.
But then, like later on, he drinks it and he goes. He's like, you need to stop feeding me this or something.
Yeah.
he forgets that it's still like fermented rice or whatever it was.
Like fermented spit. Oh,
Yeah.
man,
Funny.
That was
with
oh
corn,
my gosh.
I guess.
Yeah, it was fermented
Yeah,
corn.
they were roasting each other hard.
Yeah, they were.
Like, remember when he was roasting Sprite? He's
Oh,
like,
man.
he's like, yo, here's an orange juice. That was
Yeah.
dang. And then I guess she changed his clothes into the big onesie. I was just like,
Yeah.
okay, that's cool. That's cool.
funny.
Because I know for sure Don Lee would definitely wear that because he's done some funny like makeup to commercials. Oh, it's hilarious. You guys gotta check that out. He also did a commercial where he's like I think he did a Korean show where he's like a tennis player and he has like all this pink and like this super like
Oh my
lime
gosh.
green, neon green headband. So I was just like, yeah, that's fun. I was like, yeah, he would definitely wear that for the role for sure. You know, I was just like, this is tight. But it did look kind of CGI'd on because of course they had
Yeah,
to
yeah.
get him off.
No, it definitely did. If I had, I mean, I have a few criticisms. As always, what a surprise!
Right.
Oh,
right.
Leo has criticisms.
Criticisms, what?
But that was one of them. I'm like, okay, Disney, you know, this is a multi-million-dollar movie, but sure, let's make sure the costume looks like it's CGI'd on it.
I know,
like,
right?
That's
You know,
weird.
just like, it didn't need that.
They spent all the
They did
money
have
to
it.
the
What?
deviants.
I'm like,
the deviants,
why?
right?
Why do the deviants look better than that? Than the
Yeah.
ones he's
Yeah.
wearing?
The deviants look like the naked version of Transformers. That's what
I
I'm
can
saying.
see that.
You know, because they just
Yes.
you see all their muscle
Yeah,
tendons
yeah,
and everything
yeah.
like that. And yeah, so it was just like deviants kind of look cool, but of course, when the Eternals did their walkout, you know, when I think Icarus just flies down, he's like.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And then they're just like doom, like walking out like the flying V. You know
Yeah.
what I'm saying? Oh, dude, you know what I'm saying? Oh, it's so good.
Hey, let's talk about their powers really quick.
Okay.
Okay.
Alright.
Yeah. So Icarus, obviously, he flies. He's got
And
the
he's
Superman.
Superman without a
laser
cape.
beams, yeah.
Remember?
That
Fast
that
Son?
that reminds. So, just bringing that up because I was thinking about that is like, so, do the DC characters exist in
Just
this
Superman.
world?
Just Superman.
Just Superman.
Just Superman.
As
As
obviously
far
as
as
a,
I know, I think it's just
well, no,
Superman.
he exists as a comic book
a character. Yeah,
I'm
no, not
assuming.
a real person.
Yeah.
Obviously, I know that much.
Right.
But it was just interesting because the boy kept going and it's like, oh, it's Superman. And it's like, It's like, yeah, he shoots lasers from his eyes and he's got a cape. He's like, I don't wear a cape.
He's like, oh, you don't? I'm sorry. Did you hear that?
Yeah.
It was like off to the side. I just started dying. It was so funny.
But I was like, okay, so you just brought in a whole different universe in. So I'm wondering
Yeah.
if these are just like made up characters in the Marvel universe, which would be, you know, slapped to the
Pretty
face
dope.
to DC saying,
Yeah.
we're real, you're not. There you go. Prove it.
You guys also noticed that nobody from the Avengers was in the movie. These are all brand new, like
yeah,
characters.
yeah,
Brand spanking new characters, y'all.
yeah.
And so I was just like, I didn't realize it until I saw some comments on Facebook. I was just like, okay, so
Where's
there
Chris
wasn't
Evans?
anybody. There was no Chris Evans. There was no. Chris
I mean, their
Hemsworth.
names are
Chris
mentioned.
Evans wouldn't have been there, but
No.
Hemsworth would have been there.
I
Well,
mean,
no,
they dropped his
because
name, Thor. you know.
Hemsworth is in space. Because remember he went with the Guardians of the Galaxy. They've flown away. They're looking for
GOT.
Right, but I mean, Aresham was in space, so you know what I'm saying. Like, he could have shown up.
Okay, you're also saying this is the universe, which is almost 14 billion light years.
Very true. Very true.
It's enormous.
But apparently he can travel through that. Like you know, for,
I'll
you
give
know,
you
very
that. I'll give you
fast.
that much. I'll give you that much.
You know, I don't know, a couple months maybe, because that's how long it took Iron Man to get from wherever he was with Nebula to Earth, which you know in Endgame. So,
Some Mars.
yeah,
Yeah.
yeah.
So that's Icarus.
Yeah, Icarus. He flies, shoots lasers. It's
yeah.
pretty much Superman.
Yeah.
And I honestly think if they ever wanted to have a new Superman, I think he would do a good Superman. He just has curly hair. That's the only thing I guess that would make him
There's-
not.
I don't think he's
the
tall
Superman.
enough.
There's
But I
a
don't know how
lot
tall
of
he is.
Superman though.
Yeah,
Like different couple.
Henry Cavill is the
Omni-Man?
number
No,
one. So yeah, so Icarus, and then okay, so there was Ajax.
Ajax.
Hey, Jack.
She does great work in when cleaning tubs and.
It took me a good
get it?
hot minute to figure.
Ajax?
Yeah.
Yeah, if you make it
So
plural.
she has healing
Ajax.
healing powers.
She
Excuse me.
heals.
And was that it? That was pretty.
That
much-
was pretty much it.
But she
Oh, and
was
talk to Aresham.
Yeah,
She was also
she was the only
Aresham.
one at the time. You know,
How do you say his name? Aresham.
Aresham.
Aresham. Anyway,
Aresham.
so Aresham.
Erisham?
Aresham. Yeah. So
that guy.
him.
Yeah.
Yeah. So she was the main go-to. She was the liaison of the Eternals. You know, so
The
to speak.
messenger. if
The
you will.
messenger, if you will. Yes.
She was a leader.
And so yeah, she was basically the leader with Icarus as like her like number one soldier
Yeah.
slash crazy guy.
Mm-hmm.
You have Cersei. She had transmutation powers. She could transmute things from like water to dirt, to rocks to.
Vibranium.
She could transform anything.
She can make vibranium.
Yeah. So that tree that she made,
That was vibranium tree.
that was vibranium. That's why it went through the deviants, like skull and everything.
How did?
The only thing she wasn't able to transform or transmute is organic material.
Mm-hmm.
Until later, of course, yeah.
until later, right, where she accidentally does it to the one of that deviants.
Yeah.
But yeah, anything inorganic, which vibranium would be inorganic,
Which is pretty
I mean,
cool.
makes sense that she
Yeah.
would be able to do that. And then, can you imagine, like, talk about like just breaking the bank? You could just here's some gold,
Gold.
or
Here's a
vibranium,
nickel.
because
Right.
you know.
But then at that point, they might call it alchemy.
Yeah, that's true.
I mean, technically, it kind of was, but for reals.
For real. Yeah, for real alchemy. Like the real outcome. There was also, okay, so you have Sprite.
Sprite.
She has many talents. She can, she has, I guess,
The female Peter Pan.
no, she's the Tinkerbell.
Oh, that's right.
Yeah, that's what she was.
She can,
Icarus was Peter Pan.
Yeah.
yeah. So she could, I guess, manipulate fireworks.
No, Sprite. I would say Sprite had the ability to manipulate light.
Oh,
Is her ability.
There we go.
Because she could make things look a certain way, and that's all just light
And
light
project the show,
reflection, and
you know.
yeah, exactly. Make yourself go invisible,
Mm-hmm.
right? Or make anybody go invisible, really.
Right. Yeah, because when that guy tried to touch her hand when she was that adult,
Yeah.
she moved it away quick because he wouldn't be able to hold her hand,
Yeah.
right? And I was just like, wait, if you could always turn into an adult, like, why not
Wouldn't
just
you-
stay that, because she had an issue with it, obviously, but,
It's because it's
see
not
that.
Icarus.
Well, and also, Sprite was also, for anyone who doesn't know, Sprite was the kid of the group. Although she wasn't a kid because she was thousands of years old as well.
Yeah, she was 7,015.
Yeah.
and a half,
15 is the part that's the most important part.
and a half, you know,
And a half.
going on like
okay.
3,000 more years.
So we have,
And I also, just so you guys, it took me the longest time to, like, I feel dumb to say this, but I was sitting there, and when she was, Cersei was talking to, what's the,
Eremish.
no,
Or-
the Jon Snow, what is
Black
his
Knight?
Oh,
or
Dane.
Black
Dane,
Knight?
Dane Whitney.
Dane.
Dane, right?
Dane
When,
Whitman,
and she was talking, and they were talking about Sprite. I was thinking of Sprite the drink the entire time, and then it occurred to me until the fight scene with the deviant, like when Icarus comes, and I'm like, oh yeah, no, I forgot her name is Sprite. Yeah, that's right.
And you must be
I'm
7
like,
up.
what are you guys talking about?
Is this
Sprite
delicious
about?
drink gonna quench our thirst? Because that's what I was drinking in the theaters. So, drinking Sprite, watching Sprite.
Wow.
Ones and twos.
Eee. Sprite.
Sprite, dude, it's you.
It's you.
It's not you.
No.
Sorry, it doesn't have powers against light. No, but yeah. So like when Sprite did fight, I didn't understand why she wasn't as powerful, but massive illusions in a sense.
Yeah, it's pretty much all
like
she.
the volcano
that
at
was
the
her-
end.
Yeah.
The
Yeah, when she did the
volcanoes,
volcano thing.
actually.
But I mean,
Volcani?
you gotta be hecka strong. Just think about it. She made like
Yeah.
15 of those.
Yeah.
What's his name? Had a hard time just building one building.
Oh, the Loki.
The Loki.
He's
He
from,
took it was hard for him to manipulate
Oh yeah.
doing the same thing.
and here
And
she
here
goes.
she is like just yeah
Oh, that's right.
yeah
That's right.
Yeah.
similar powers.
Yeah. But only certain Lokis could do that.
I was talking about the
Yeah.
the
That's
old
'cause she's an
fashioned
eternal.
old fashioned.
She had a lot of years to practice.
Well, he's old. Well, actually, he's not that old. He's only 1,500 years old, roughly around the same age as Thor.
That's
a
also
little
true.
bit.
Yeah.
But
She's
I mean,
still older though.
But I mean,
She's still older. Yeah.
Sprite has like a bajillion years
like
over.
Odin's
you know?
older than
yeah,
Odin and Frigga would be as old as her, if not older.
right.
And besides, like, I feel like the Asgardians don't even know about the Celestials really, and if they do, they don't call them. It's weird. Like, is there God? But there's like different tiers above God. You know what I'm saying? Like Celestials. You know what I'm
He's
saying?
a demigod.
But anyway, going back to the characters, Athena. She was the named, or I guess that's where the Greeks came with the
That's Angelina Jolie's character, yeah.
as the
Athena.
Athena,
Goddess.
the goddess.
Goddess.
Although,
of war.
although no, which is interesting because Athena was the goddess of wisdom, not the goddess of war.
Oh yeah, that's right. You're right.
Ares is
Ares
the god of war.
yeah,
He's
Ares
a god of war, but there's a goddess of war too.
But she's the goddess.
She
of
is.
war.
She's the goddess of war.
Is she?
Yeah.
She is, yeah.
No, I thought she was only the goddess of wisdom.
No, she's
Although
a goddess
everybody-
of a
That's
ton of things.
that's Athena.
Yeah,
what she
that's
goes.
what I'm talking about.
Oh, okay.
Athena, the
when
Greek
you-
goddess.
Athena. Yeah, no, but that's where because I guess
Sorry,
they're based out of Greece, I believe, because a lot of their stories came from
Olympia.
from Europe and
They're from or they were told they're from
Middle East.
Olympia.
And
Yeah.
Olympus being the mountain where all the
Yeah.
gods lived, right?
Mm-hmm.
But
True.
I thought it was interesting though, because I'm not 100% sure, but I'm pretty sure that all of these characters are like a version of a god or goddess's name,
Yep.
right? So, like
That's why,
it's
yeah.
Athena, but her name was just Athena,
Mm-hmm.
and they just added the A, and so and Ajax. I'm 100% sure.
It's not named after the cleaning agent. No, for
No.
sure.
No.
Cleaning agent is named after her.
After her.
Although it's very
'Cause
magical.
She cleans
Yes.
when she's done. all that.
Although it's very magical. But yeah, Athena, she can, I guess, create multiple kinds of weapons.
She's
She's
just
like
a
a
weapon
spear-
master.
yeah, she's a weapon
Period.
master.
So yeah, weapon master.
She's a weapon master. I mean,
Yeah.
she just
Yeah.
turns anything into a deadly weapon.
Yep.
She gets that added dice, you know.
And she
so.
turns it into from light. And then you have Gilgamesh. Gilgamesh is their powerhouse, their bruiser, so to speak.
Yeah.
He has strength in his arms, and that's apparently all he needed.
It really is.
You know, and so he could knock out any deviant and eternal, no problem.
Is Gilgamesh? Isn't he like part of the? Is he a god too?
Yeah,
Yeah.
Gilgamesh, I believe, is in the Middle Eastern.
It is, yeah.
Religion, and I believe Kingo is too, but I'm not 100% sure.
I'm sure they all are.
Well, they're different,
But they're
gods'
from different-
names
different cultures.
Yeah, different
Yeah.
cultures,
Right, yeah,
It's pretty cool.
And Gilgamesh, yeah. So Gilgamesh being the one to hold down the goddess of war.
He's the tank of the
Yeah,
group.
he's the tank of all things. You know, she's war. He's all things. You know what I'm saying? I was like, this doesn't make any sense. I was like, how can he, hold her down? I was like, oh, that's why.
It's the hand.
It's the hands.
The
He can get both.
hands.
He's got big hands.
Yeah. Then we have Kingo, of course.
Yeah.
Kingo's powers. He had the spirit gun.
The
Spirit
Yeah,
gun.
good. Basically.
you may know him as Yusuke Urameshi.
He also
You
had
know?
the
He-
Kamehameha.
The Kamehameha
Oh, yeah,
wave,
that's
you
right.
know, like
What,
I don't know
shoots
why
it
he
from his
wasn't
gun,
there.
though, right? Like,
No. In one of those, he like held it like this and just went.
Oh, I thought he turned them to guns when he did that.
Yo, I thought he was gonna start doing the spirit bomb all of a sudden, but he was not there in the end.
because
you
he
know?
only did spirit guns.
Yeah.
You know,
He
Yusuke
dropped the bomb
Urameshi,
on that.
You know, so Kingo's one was actually pretty. It was funny because he's a movie star and like he was just like shooting things like as if
Yeah.
he's in a movie,
Right.
Which of course he is in a movie,
Yeah.
but he's a movie star doing movie things.
Talk about just like Inception,
Yeah.
a thing within a thing within a thing. And then you had
And they
then you
got
had Druid,
Druid.
which I
Not
thought the
Druid.
entire, which I'm sure the name Druid probably came from Druid, right? And we just the English Anglo-Saxon people changed it to
So
Druid.
like over time they got lazy with the G's and made it a D.
Yeah.
Yeah, like it was probably like this, like the G was backwards.
Because I thought they were saying Druid the entire time.
I thought so too until
I was
like,
like, oh, I'm like,
Druid.
I don't see how you're like one with nature, but because his ability was controlling people's minds, pretty much. He can make them do whatever he wanted, which is probably the most terrifying.
that's
One of the most terrifying abilities
to
to be controlled
against
under.
humans, yes,
Yeah,
for
yeah.
sure.
The
Because
whole
he couldn't control.
he couldn't control the Eternals, right?
No, not without
okay.
other Eternals' powers.
Oh, okay. That's
Yeah,
what
yeah.
I was like. Is he gonna control the Eternal? Like, are they gonna go bye bye now?
Yeah, I think it would be only the ones with feeble minds, because I think he could probably do some animals too. So
Yeah, I mean he stopped. Was it the Spaniards that were conquering?
Yeah.
Yeah. He just like took all their minds and just walked away. Like, okay, this is not gonna happen. Let's just go walk away. You know?
Yeah. Live in the Amazon for
Yeah.
forever.
they're gonna wipe Thena's memory, and he's like, no, I will leave. I will leave. You know what? We're all leave. We're done with you, Ajax. You're not
Yeah.
my mom.
But I mean, in the comics, he was a villain. Druig.
He was.
Yeah.
Oh, it makes
And
sense
his-
if he becomes one.
Yeah, I mean, if you look at his colors, black and red, which is I don't know why it's always bad guy guys. Come on,
Yeah.
but in the comics, his whole suit was black, predominantly with some red.
Right.
So he was the villain in Eternals, also one of the villains.
I mean, if you got somebody controlling people's minds, controlling their free will or taking it away, you would be considered a bad guy too. So I can see that.
But I mean, he's trying to use it for a good cause, you know.
True, but that being said, just because you are trying to keep people from doing bad things because you're controlling them doesn't mean that you're doing a good thing.
Plus, what Ajax had told him, you can't really interfere in humans, like quarrels and stuff like that.
Yeah.
So, and he definitely did 100% just that.
Yeah, he did.
Yeah.
He's like, screw you, watch me.
And like, and that was the war that no one knew if it finished.
Yeah.
Okay, so then we got Phastos.
Phastos,
Named after Hephaestus. He was the Greek god. He was a lame god, apparently, but he designed
He was a
weapons.
lame god?
Lame god. They called him a lame god. So on Olympus, he was ugly.
Oh.
And on Earth, he was the most beautiful man in the world, or person in the world. Because I don't think he was. I think he may have become different species, but I don't know. The Greeks,
I mean, Zeus-
the Greeks got some dope stories about.
Zeus
about
did so many things.
Yeah. So
And if he was a Ninja Turtle, he'd be Donatello. You know, it'd be pretty cool. No.
yeah,
Okay.
yeah, no. I mean, yeah. If he was, I don't think he was a blacksmith though.
No.
But
Engineer.
but you're in the same. You're in the same realm.
Scientific.
So
you know.
actually, Phastos is my favorite character in the whole movie because of his technological advances or advancements. Because I watch a lot of anime or read a lot of anime or manga where young high school kids that are engineer majors or whatever, or college majors that are engineers, they go into the past and they just start building these large things, and everybody's like, "What the heck?" You know, it doesn't make any sense. Like, you know, in one show, this guy was able to make diamonds because he understood how hot certain things have to be, certain minerals have to be in order to get a diamond. But in his mind, he's creating a magic stone. In their minds, in the world that he's in, they think he's making a magic stone. But what he thinks is, I'm making a diamond.
Are you talking about Magic and Knights?
No,
Oh.
Wise Man's grandson.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
That's also a really good one.
Yeah, he's like. But anyway, so Phastos had that very power, like with the whole, you know, when he made the steam machine back in, you know, the wheels era,
The plow.
and then when
4,000
when the A bomb was used in Japan,
Yeah.
he was crying, and the way that he dressed, it looked like he was dressed like Einstein,
Yeah.
and I was just like, oh hey, all right, maybe you're just a bunch of different people throughout the years that you're alive. You know what I'm saying? I'm just saying, wow, like, what if you run into somebody that looks like you? I guess everybody does. You know what I'm saying? You can always disappear, but
Yeah.
I mean, yeah. When I saw him like that, I was just like, that is interesting. You know, I was just like, what do you think they were going to use that bomb for? You know what I'm
Right.
saying? I was like, against just enemies? I was like, yeah, well, people see enemies differently than, you know, the Eternals, obviously. But they all, what was weird about me, or what the Eternals to me, was that they all had such human heart.
Right.
They were sensitive.
Very much.
Sensitive.
Except for, Makari had a big heart too. She was,
And a lot of earrings.
yeah, she was the speedster of the group.
Yeah.
And
Flash.
the Flash, yeah. And she was just
Yeah,
reading.
Superman and Flash in this one.
Yeah. Superman and Batman, if you call Phastos a Batman, even though he's not for
there we go.
revenge or vengeance.
That's true.
I am vengeance. He's not vengeance. Phastos is not.
No.
He's like, yo, I can make some stuff. Like, you know, I can make these things that, you know, we put on our wrists, and we can, you know, channel each other as a unit, you know, and then we can just kind of siphon each other's powers. I was just
there
like,
you go.
excuse me. And when he made that, it made me remember one of Hephaestus' stories where he created a net that could capture any god. And Zeus was like, nah, it sucks. But that net could catch Zeus.
Oh, snaps.
Yeah. Hephaestus was a genius. So that's why when he made those little
The
the rings for all the stuff,
Yeah.
or bracelets, excuse me.
the 10 rings. No.
Yeah. We'll get to that. But anyway, so
the bracelets.
yeah. So Makari with the speed, and she bought the pain to Icarus. She bought
Ooh,
the
I mean,
pain.
Yeah.
Well, just like Superman. Superman is not faster than Flash.
Yeah.
I don't care
No.
what anyone tells me. Superman is not faster than the Flash.
Flash is
Okay.
faster
It's just-
than
If the
instantaneous.
Flash, he could go through time.
Instant.
Superman does not have that ability. Although, okay, you guys can argue that the first Superman movie he did do that, but that
He just went back. Yeah.
yeah.
Actually, the Flash runs faster than that.
Yeah.
He can run outside of time,
Yeah,
Yep.
which is nuts.
into the
speed
speed
force.
force.
Well, the Speed Force is in him all the time. So what I mean is, he had to run against death, and he ran out. He ran so fast and he ran so far. He ran out of existence, and so the death died
Oh,
out of existence. Something like that. You got to see it. It's on
Justice
YouTube.
League, right?
And he just like and he just like he ran so fast that that the other guy could like. There's no way that he outran death.
The Grim Reaper
That's
couldn't
funny.
get him.
Yeah,
That's funny.
no. The Grim Reaper ceased
Could
to
not
exist
get him.
before he could get to him.
He was in baby form.
You know, because
I did-
Flash. He got rest the night before.
Going back to the Eternals, I really enjoyed. I know, I'm the one who threw us into this tangent of the Flash, but but
Okay.
it just because it just popped in my head. Makari, I really enjoyed that she was deaf.
Oh yeah. Mm-hmm.
You know,
I thought it was
not because she was deaf, but because they had someone who's different from the norm. You know, that she was a deaf person, but I mean, freaking wrecked.
Oh yeah.
Wrecked.
100%. She
Icarus.
just.
Icarus.
Yeah.
It was almost like she knew what to do based off of people's actions because she couldn't hear them.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? Like when she saw Icarus. I think what did he do? He hurt Cersei or something like that, or Druig.
Mm-hmm.
He hurt Druig, and she started screaming. I was just like, oh, gee, it's got to be painful to her because she can't scream, so she has this, she's making a sound that she thinks would be, I guess, I don't know,
A
would
scream.
hurt.
Like a-
Yeah, and so when she did that, I was just like, oh. It hurt extra. You know what I'm saying? And then she started
agree.
like boom, 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 boom. I'm just like, how does Icarus beat that? I was just like, well, probably because she's also seeing him as her brother. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
So they're all like brothers and sisters. So
Yeah.
obviously they have that thing going. And what's weird about it too is how much betrayal between them were.
Oh yeah.
Sprite, Icarus,
Oh, geez, yeah.
Oh yeah. No, definitely. I mean,
Druig, I guess in a way.
Druig.
He was like a rebellious teen. That
so
left.
I like okay. So wait.
And Thena,
I mean,
Dina had her kind of.
she had a thing.
She had a breakdown and stuff.
that's not her fault.
Yeah, she had a.
she had a mental disability happening.
True. Specifically towards Eternals. She's
Right.
like, we're all gonna die.
Yeah.
Like, oh, snap, what?
So look, so here's like this is my thing. Because in the beginning of the movie, right? They're all sitting around in their in the what is it called again? The spaceship.
The Dune.
The
The Dune.
the Dune?
Dune. Yeah.
The Dune.
I believe it's the Dune. Yeah.
I thought it was
the
Druid. So
Dune, dude. It's a Dune.
not the ship.
spaceship. Okay.
I thought his name was
Yeah.
Druid. But so they're sitting around and you're watching them like getting prepared to come to Earth or whatever, and you're seeing the statue of what's his name Arsham.
Aresham.
Arisham.
Aresham.
Arisham? Arisham? Yeah,
I don't
sure.
know.
And I'm like sitting there, and I'm like, was that's a celestial? So you're the bad guys? I was not at all fooled when they came around and they're like, oh, guess what? We're here to destroy the Earth, and I'm just like, well, you work for a celestial, so we should already all known that.
Right.
Right? That was, I was like, but I'm so confused. I was very confused. I'm like, how are you guys the bad guys? It's like, it doesn't make sense. And then Druid kind of like goes off being rebellious. He's trying to. He's like, well, we're not just gonna listen to you anymore, Jack, and whatever. And I'm like, okay. So you somehow have a hidden plan with the Celestials to do something. And the twist I did not see was when Icarus was the actual bad guy. I'm like, oh, okay, well that's a good twist. I didn't expect that.
He was like the enforcer of the emergence,
Right.
basically.
For
He
me,
was-
the
he was
biggest
a
twist
fool.
was Sprite
That hurt.
stabbing Cersei.
Yeah, I agree. That was
I was like, what? Cersei has never
She's
betrayed her.
literally a
she's only-
backstabber, you know?
She has only been taking care of you for the last, few thousand years, whatever.
Well, actually, Sprite's been taking care of her. Because
What?
Sprite was living with Ajax. Sprite
Oh,
lived with
that's true.
Ajax.
Yeah.
That's
Ajax asked Sprite to look after Cersei.
Cersei, yeah.
That's true. You're
And
right.
she
You're
saw
right. You're
Cersei
right.
doing her thing with another boo, and she's like,
With a human? If you only knew what the plan, what the plan was.
but yeah, no. Yeah, so there's a lot of issues, I guess, with the movie. But like the main thing. Okay, so we had three in the end. You had three issues with that the Eternals had to go through. First was the death of Ajax, and they had to, and with and the rising of deviants.
Mm-hmm.
Second was the truth about why they were there, and the fact that the deviants and the Eternals came from the same Celestials.
Yep.
And then three, Aresham, or the emergence.
The emergence.
And
The dream.
Emergence.
The dreamer.
So
the dream.
they all okay. So half of the Eternals wanted to stop the emergence. Icarus and Remainder Sprite. I say Remainder because she was like kind of like
She was
if she
for-
wasn't
You're
in
just
love with
following.
him,
Yeah.
she wouldn't have done
Yeah,
that.
yeah. She was just doing because it was Icarus, not because she believed in the cause.
Yeah.
Yeah,
For-
exactly.
She's just following her love.
She was just following her, her hot.
hot.
Oh, so I guess it's we should explain, right? So the deviants were created also by the Celestials.
Yeah.
To kill off less intelligent creatures, so that the more intelligent creatures can evolve and grow and populate the planet.
Yep.
Because because apparently what's his name?
Aresham.
Arisham put a bunch of little baby Celestials in different planets, right?
Or different parts of the universe.
Yeah.
And they turn into planets.
Yeah, and
Yeah.
so they need intelligent life, a bunch of intelligent life, in order to populate this planet, and then that baby celestial will absorb them in some weird energy way and destroy the planet in the process, making themselves great, and then they themselves will then be destroyed, becoming like a star. They're pretty much a star, was what
Yeah.
they are.
And they release more seeds out
Yeah,
of them.
and then they just it's a continuous process of that, which in theory is like, oh, that's so nice, but at the same time, we would be extinct.
Yeah.
we're gonna die.
Yeah.
That's so nice when it's happening to you.
They immediately become the bad guy only because
Because
we're
we're
here.
sacrifice. We're a
Yeah.
sacrifice to them. Yeah.
So now that so even during the emergence, Tiamat, I believe is the
Yeah.
celestial that was gonna emerge.
Yeah, Tiamat. And the only reason why I know it's Tiamat is because in Dungeons and Dragons, Tiamat is the queen of the dragons.
Ooh, okay.
Yeah, she has I think it's black, green, red. I think it's 4 or 5 heads, right? And she's
A Hydra.
yeah.
dang.
Nice.
They're
Okay.
just dragon heads and stuff.
Yeah.
Yeah, she's Tiamat.
And Tiamat also
Tiamat.
helped them when Cersei was channeling all of the powers of the Eternals, and he actually stopped. Like I think in the end, the Tiamat even loved the planet that it was being born out of.
I don't know where. Did you watch an extra piece?
No, it's
Because I don't remember him.
Makari said it. Makari said Tiamat helped. She said it like it was in subtitles. That's how I knew. I don't miss subtitles, y'all. Okay, I watch a lot
thought-
of anime.
I missed that.
I
Yeah.
missed that.
It's in the end. She said that
when because of her hand situation, she's like.
Tiamat's power was also going through.
I
Cersei, yeah.
assumed that was just because they are created by Celestials, that because she was directly in contact with a Celestial, that was boosting her powers. I didn't take it as Tiamat is sacrificing himself so that humans can to
Right.
live, because I don't think Celestials have that like a compassion.
They don't.
They just think
They make
this
life.
must happen.
They create life and destroy life.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's just a cycle.
It's a
for them.
cycle. Yeah.
Oh, so to add on, right? So deviants went psychopathic. Like they just decided, oh, we're just gonna kill even the intelligent creatures, and actually just going after intelligent creatures only, right?
Yeah.
And so that's when Eris, whatever his name is,
Erisham.
Erisham.
Erisham is like, whoa, we can't have this. So he's like, I'm gonna make these creatures to kill the creatures I created earlier, which are the Eternals, and their purpose is to stop the deviants from killing intelligent life, so that they can then feed off of intelligent life themselves. Which you come to find out that they are not the only Eternals, and pretty much all Eternals are kind of the same.
Deviants and Eternals are a little bit different.
No. Like the Eternals,
one is animal versions.
The Eternals all over the universe are all pretty much the same.
Oh yeah.
They might. I don't know if they specify that they would look different, but I would imagine that the 6 that there are, or is it 6?
7.
7 of them. Yeah. There's the 7 all have the same powers, no matter where the heck in the universe you are.
Yeah.
Yeah. And when Thanos, did that the snap. Mm-hmm. He stopped it for like 5 years. The emergency.
Yeah, he did.
I'm assuming
there wasn't enough intelligence
of every universe or of every planet in the universe.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
Half of the planet's intelligence was gone.
Yeah.
So.
He said it'd be all over random.
Yeah.
Yeah, all over those planets happened.
If you kind of think about it,
Thanos helped.
Thanos kind of saved the world.
Yeah, there was a theory.
Good job.
There's a theory. He saved the world for time. I wonder if he knew that. I wonder if he had to be the menace that created.
That would
Avengers.
be super
That'd
interesting.
be crazy. Yeah.
He's not the hero we needed, or wanted, but he's the hero we needed, and nobody knew it.
The Dark Knight.
He is the Dark Knight.
Okay, so the Deviant. I want to bring this up. This really made me mad in the movie because the Deviant.
I thought I was the credit.
The Deviant was made. Okay, so in the film you see the Deviant holding Athena, and you thought there was going to be a rom-com between them. I thought there was going to be some kind of huge fight with that guy and the Eternals. No.
Yeah, there really wasn't.
No, he was able to take Ajax's power and Gilgamesh's power and do absolutely nothing with them.
Yeah,
because Athena smoked him, and when it just didn't make any sense. She smoked him, and I was just like, was that his whole purpose? Like the Deviants was the initial problem, but literally Athena made it known to everyone who was watching the movie that Deviants are nothing compared to her or the Eternals.
Right.
And I was just like, yo, why even bring that character in? But I mean, I guess it gives one issue. You know what I mean? Which one problem that the protagonist can go fight against? Which I guess in that way, Icarus and Sprite wouldn't have betrayed him if that was only the case.
Yep.
I really thought that that Deviant. I don't know if it had a name. Did it have a name?
No.
But we'll just call him Omega. Alpha Deviant. There we go.
Deviant Alpha, right? I thought he was going to be like Ultron. Right, he was going to absorb like all these powers, become super strong,
I thought that's what,
and then maybe leave the planet or something.
Right,
escape with his life because of the whole situation that was happening. But no, I agree. I was kind of disappointed because
I was like, what was he even there for?
He was giving me Cell vibes from Dragon Ball Z.
Oh, 100%.
Yeah.
Oh, transforming,
minus the eating through the tail, but like I get it. I was so like, what was his purpose? He made it to the final island, by the way. And I was just like, oh, snap, he's going to help Icarus? I was like, what's going to happen? Nope. And then even when he showed up, or when that thing showed up, Festus held down Icarus like a champ.
Yeah, he did.
He is.
He did.
He's like, you ain't moving anywhere. I was just like, dang, he's like, you flew too close to the sun. I was just like, ooh, I knew he was going to say that. Like, man, why does that just like, that hit so perfectly right there?
Right.
Because he did,
Yeah. I mean, were there other issues other than that? For me, it was the Deviant. The Deviant was the biggest letdown for me.
I can see that.
So, going in to the comics, that specific Deviant and Athena had a thing for each other.
I was right. Who?
That Deviant and Athena had a thing for each other in the comics. I forgot what.
Was it because Gilgamesh was in it?
No, it's not. It was that specific Deviant. In the comics, Deviants actually had structure to them. The Deviants actually took the humans as slaves, and they just grew more intelligent. And Athena just had like some kind of relationship with one of the Deviants, and so Deviant Alpha. I forgot his name, and it's not because he consumed Gilgamesh. It was It was just the fact that I think it was like a nod that in the comics they had a thing for each other, you know.
Is that right? Okay. Well, then that makes sense.
I mean, I'm
Yeah.
telling you, I'm like, okay, I see where you're going with it. Oh,
And then
oh,
the
you,
way
you killed him.
I've been
Oh,
really
never mind.
trying, baby, trying to hold back this. You know, just like all of a sudden inside the cave.
she was like, "Yeah, you can go ahead and caress me, but you're gonna die."
She's all like, "You want this smoke? Here's the
It's like,
smoke."
I don't want to kill you, you know. But I think the fact that he consumed Gilgamesh made it kind of seem that way. But
Yeah.
in the comics, it was in fact just that alpha deviant that.
And Gilgamesh
had a thing
really
for her.
didn't show romantic feelings towards her. He was just like, "No, you just protect the people you love." And I'm like,
Yeah.
I like how he said that without any kind of romantic
Yeah.
gesture.
He was just genuine about it.
Yeah,
you
he was
know, like, the
100%.
whole
He's like,
time.
"Yo, I'm gonna take care of you because because I love you."
Yeah.
How she takes his love was also a very important, and that's the reason why she killed the deviant the way she did.
Mm-hmm.
But I'm just like, she did it without any help. You know what I mean? And I'm just like, I get it, she's strong, but I mean, like, come on.
Well, look, I will say no. Look, I have no problem. I do have a problem that they killed him so easily. It's kind of like with Shang-Chi and the what's his name, the guy with the mask.
Oh
his
yeah,
I
that
forgot his
dude was
name.
crazy. He was good.
I forgot his.
But you know who I'm talking about,
Call
right?
him Alpha Mask. Yeah.
It was the same kind of thing.
The
He's
guy's
the
actor's name was Ren.
Yeah.
I believe.
Yeah, he was
he,
pretty.
he's Shang-Chi's master, and yet you just first of all, you beat him super easily, and second, he kind of just died like that, really. And I feel like that was the same situation with this deviant. It was like kind of like he's this super strong deviant. He's like intelligent,
Yeah.
right? And then he just kind of gets slashed. But I will say that it doesn't surprise me that she can do that. And in honesty, Gilgamesh would have also destroyed him if it wasn't for the fact that he was going after Athena and she was in this like paralyzed state, right? If she wasn't in the forest with him, Gilgamesh would have destroyed him.
Yep.
Gilgamesh would have ruined him right there on the spot.
Yeah.
But because he like kind of jumped in to sacrifice himself to protect her, that's the
Yeah.
only reason why he died.
Plus, this deviant has the healing powers and stuff like that too.
Yeah.
So can kill him so many times.
My issue, and it's a very small one. It doesn't, whatever. My issue is, I'm a fan of Angelina Jolie.
Yeah.
Huge fan,
Laura Croft, baby.
right? I was just going, why is she English? First of all, why is she English? And if the character had to be English, why didn't you pick an English actor to play the English character? It didn't make sense to me why she had an English accent in a time frame where English didn't even exist yet. That's just my
But
thing.
they can speak all the languages.
Yeah.
No, I get that, but you have to remember they also came to the planet, and she was already speaking with an English accent. And my thing is, why do you have her speaking in an English accent and not hire an English actress to do the part?
Well, they did.
That's
have
just my thing.
Gemma
That's just
Gemma is English, I believe.
Yeah.
She was.
Great.
Yeah, she's.
My point still stands. Why is Athena actress an English character?
Maybe Angelina
Or
Jolie
why didn't
wanted
you
to be
just have?
Athena. I mean,
Why didn't you just have Angelina just speak in an American accent? Who cares if it's who cares what the accent is?
I think
Then
she
why didn't
was
she just
just-
speak in an American one?
Because nobody who cares what she speaks.
I'm just
You're
saying.
I was like, I guess. I mean,
think she
you're
was
saying
just trying
you're
to-
answering your question.
I think she was just trying to refer back to what she is, which is the goddess of war, and which is in the Greece, you know, but
It's always
European-
portrayed by an English accent.
Yeah,
I
for
get
some
that.
reason. So
Yeah.
you know, like Sparta and all them. So
I accept that answer more.
Yeah.
I accept that
Yeah,
answer.
Leonidas
I-
was
yeah, you know,
Scottish.
that's true.
Leonidas was Scottish in in Sparta.
Little Irish there, you know.
A little hint maybe.
Little.
We're not saying that those two countries are the same. They're not.
Yeah,
we
do
know that. We
they're
know
different.
that.
Yes, Ireland,
that,
Scotland.
yes.
Two
We
different
know.
countries.
Scotland Yard is not in Scotland.
Iceland, Greenland, you know.
That's true.
Yeah. So all right. So with the conclusion of the movie, you see everybody kind of going their own way, trying to figure out what they're gonna do next. Sprite got off light, so she's like, "I can make you human. He can grow up. Because I was thinking the same thing. Like, I was just like, if they have Eternals 2 or 3, she's going to grow up.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? I was just like, the actress is going to grow up. And so she's like, I can make you human. If she's human, does she still have her powers?
Probably not.
We don't know that.
That's true.
Because the powers doesn't derive from your species, I believe. But who knows?
You know what? You make a good point. She could still probably have her powers.
Yeah.
And as a genius, that makes sense to allow her to grow up for the sake of the franchise, right? 'Cause
Yeah.
then, I mean,
Yeah.
good luck finding somebody else.
Yeah, that's
right.
That's the way. That's how you keep your actresses that are young, that's going to grow up, that's supposed to be young, and how they can get older in the show.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
Sorry, you only do one movie.
Yeah.
There you go.
Sorry.
Or you do all 3 movies in the span of a year.
Yeah. Or like another way, if you wanted to hire other actresses or actors, you'd be like, okay, yeah, but at the end of each movie, you're gonna be stuck in a different actor body. Oh, that'd be
Nah,
weird. Messed up,
man.
but weird.
That's super Peter Pan vibes right there.
Yeah. And then you have
Come
Icarus.
on.
Icarus goes ahead and goes to the sun.
Yeah, he flew close to
like,
the
wow,
sun.
Just kills himself.
I was like, there was like a volcano behind you, right? I was just like, I guess not hot enough. I don't know.
We'll go with that. And he is Icarus,
Yeah.
so
Futu.
it's
Too
a
close.
poetic ending for him for sure.
100%. And then of course, and then when Cersei and Kingo and Phastos, they get pulled out by our Erishan.
Oh,
at the end.
yes.
Oh, that was crazy.
That was-
Yes.
they're just like,
Can you just imagine like looking up in the sky and there's just a celestial just
Yeah.
like, yo,
bro.
Did you guys not get Galactus? Or is that
Galactus is a
He
Galactus is
he
a celestial.
He is a
Oh
celestial.
my
Yeah.
gosh.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I was like, well, I'm just waiting for him. You know,
In the
like,
next,
where's he at?
yeah. In the next
No,
Marvel.
that's why I'm saying it's like, oh, so your leader is a celestial, so you guys are the bad guys then,
Yeah.
and we're rooting for you. Okay.
In the comics, Captain Marvel and Galactus share a very interesting relationship, which actually makes sense with the question about Galactus, Celestial. Yeah, for sure, 100%. And there's another thing too. Even in I believe it was it Green Lantern? Was it Green Lantern?
Green Lantern
Or
is
no,
DC.
sorry,
That's
no,
DC, bruh.
Fantastic Four.
Okay.
Fantastic Four. It was the Earth Eater.
Oh, yes,
and that
yes,
was apparently
yes.
Galactus, and the
It
Silver
was.
Surfer was working for him.
Yes.
So, I guess the Celestial being a planet eater makes sense.
Yep.
And he
I say Green Lantern.
apparently
bad guys.
didn't know that Tiamat was in this planet, and he would have killed him.
Yeah. So, for the grade of the show or movie, I actually give it a C+. I love the movie though. I would see it. I would see it in theaters, 100%. It's a theater movie to me, 100%. But there was that deviant thing, and me actually being. I was really hyped to see that fight, and they really didn't even fight anyone.
It did become perfect.
Anyone
Cell.
else? They literally fought each other, and I was just like, yo, there's so much betrayal. Oh, and I fell in love with these characters, and they did Gilgamesh wrong. I've been
Yes.
talking about Madang Suk at the beginning. Y'all know.
Y'all know.
I go.
I'm gonna give it a B.
Yeah.
I'll give it a B. I enjoyed it. It was a rather long movie. How long was the runtime? Like 192 minutes or something like
It
that.
was about 3 hours roughly.
Yeah, it was like 3 hours and 27 minutes or something like that. But it was full of
Wow.
action and everything. But yeah, I enjoyed it. Especially with the post-credit scenes.
Are you sure you're ready for that, Miss Whitman?
Yeah.
Mr. Whitman?
But before I pass it over to Leo, one more thing. You know how we got Jon Snow, we got Robb Stark right here. Did you know in Game of Thrones, the last scene that they had together, Robb Stark goes and tells Jon Snow, maybe I'll see you in black. Huh. What does Dane turn into? The Black Knight?
Yeah.
I thought it was amusing.
That's pretty good.
Yeah, it goes to show the fans, or I guess Chloe Zhao may have been a fan of
Game of
GOT.
Thrones.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And
I mean,
my brother brought that up. He's like, "Yo, hey, that's based off of the Game of Thrones." I was just like, "Oh yeah, the Night Watch
The Night Watch.
for the watch." What?
no, I mean, I was just gonna say everybody was a fan of Game of Thrones
Oh, 100%.
until
yeah.
the last 2 episodes. Just saying.
I thought you said last 2 seasons. I'm like,
No,
the second to
no.
last season was pretty okay, you know?
Look, they should have just ended it when they killed the White Walkers.
Yeah.
Yes.
That's where they should have edited it. It would have been like great movie. I mean, great show, guys. That would have been fantastic.
Let's
'Cause
wrap.
Arya.
when she like did the whole knife thing and she
That's
dropped
it.
it. Go, boom! I'm like,
that's it. That's
oh,
done.
I rewatched
Yep.
that like
Yeah.
5 times, right? I was
would've
like,
been able to,
so good, and she's my favorite character.
I was like, what just happened?
So good. Until
Remember the Starbucks cup?
I never saw the Starbucks cup. You did?
I did.
I never saw it, and I'm meaning to go back to watch that. But I'm like, I hated the last like 2 episodes of this so bad that I'm just like, I don't even want to pretend that it existed anymore. But my rating for this movie, I'm gonna give it a B minus. B minus. I'll give it a B minus.
Why is
Knowing that it was 3 hours long, kind of makes me rethink my B minus because I'm like, really 3 hours long?
I mean, it was 2 hours. It was 2 hours.
And that's all you did. It was kind of, it makes me go, maybe like a C plus would be the more accurate one. But I'll give it a B minus. I thought it was good. I do agree. Like, the whole fighting scene with Alpha Deviant just was kind of sad.
I wanted to see them all fight the Deviant,
Just,
and they didn't.
like, great, a better, like, you just absorbed 2 Eternals powers.
Right.
Why are you not better?
Yeah. I don't like, there were like 10 of them, and I was just, come on. Or like 9 of them, I believe. Yeah.
Yeah.
I was like, come on.
So yeah, I give it a B minus for those reasons as well. It was entertaining, but for a 3-hour movie, it just didn't have the depth that I think it should have then.
Yeah.
Because I didn't think it was 3 hours long. That's for sure. Wow.
Mm-hmm.
Well, before I wrap this up, here's a question for you guys. Actually, for all you guys, comment down below if you're watching this on YouTube. But who is that person at the very last end credit scene when he said, what did he say to?
Are you sure you're
he's
ready
like,
for
are you
that,
sure you're ready for
Mr.
this?
Whitman?
Who is that?
I know.
Who is
I believe I know who it is.
He said Mr. Whitman.
It's Blade.
Okay, and you say?
Blade?
And you say Leo?
Okay, I mean, my answer is just gonna be stupid. I thought it was Fury, but whatever.
I thought so too.
You thought it was Fury?
I thought it was too.
Fury has a higher register in his voice.
Well, maybe
Yeah.
he was just trying to be like
But
incognito.
I don't
Yeah.
know Blade's name. I think it's Marshala Ali.
Yeah.
Or I think it was him. He played Cottonmouth in Luke Cage 2 as well.
Yeah.
So
I'm gonna say
or
Blade too,
1,
guys.
Luke Cage 1.
Yeah.
I'm just gonna stick with Fury because it's never in my mind
think
that I
it's
think Blade
But
would.
who do you guys think? You know?
Because he's a Black Knight, and his powers is based off of magic, and I believe it's from the dead too, because it's something that said something about death.
Yeah.
And we already know vampires are dead, so
that's gonna be.
And there's
super
Morbius.
interesting.
Mobius. That's right, Mobius.
But
It
where's-
could be it could be Mobius, maybe.
But where's that
No, I
universe
don't
gonna
think it
come
is.
from? That's a different
Spider-Man.
story.
That's a Spider-Man story.
Yeah.
Yeah. So, well, Spider-Man, Blade goes into Spider-Man if I'm talking about the animated series, but yeah.
Yeah.
I mean,
So-
they all have some connection to each other in one way
So,
or the
yeah.
other. When it gets connected is the question.
Yeah.
So,
Comment down below,
yeah,
guys.
the Eternals are definitely that new bridge to more stories.
Oh,
It's
yeah.
gonna be crazy,
Super.
man.
All right. Well, that wraps up this episode. Huge thank you to White Wall Media. We'll have an episode every Wednesdays.
Don't forget to like and follow our Facebook, Instagram, and Twitter. Also, catch our podcast anywhere through Anchor FM.
Yep. Just like, comment, and subscribe to our YouTube channel. All the links are down below. Thanks again for tuning in, and we'll see you all
See you next time, guys.